I want to be royalty. I want to have power. So I'm learning about all of the monarchs in England, throughout history. It's the conquerors and the ones that inherited all of their wealth and glory. I guess I plan to do both. Now we come to the uber-famous King George III of the House of Hanover. King George III reigned from 1760 to 1820, a whopping 59 years. The length of his reign is more than a lifetime for some of these monarchs that we've been learning about. He died at the ripe old age of 81. The American Revolutionary War occurred during the reign of King George III. Also, the great battles of the Napoleonic Wars, including Waterloo, occurred during his reign. This is what happens when one lives long enough. They get to experience all these great wars. George III was known for being the first of the Hanover kings to speak English as a first language. So, little bit of trivia, the planet Uranus was first called George's star in the king's honor. He suffered from poor mental health. It was believed that he suffered from a disease called porphyria, but I believe that now they don't think that that's true. He reportedly had episodes of recurrent mania, possibly bipolar disorder. Yeah, they kind of switched their belief from it being porphyria, which also can mimic different mental disorders, to profound mental illness. So King George III was dubbed the Mad King. So now we move on to King George IV of the House of Hanover. He reigned from 1820 to 1830. His daddy was King George III. George IV basically acted as Prince Regent for his daddy since 1811 during his dad's bout with mental illness. Among notable things he accomplished, he commissioned the remodeling of Buckingham Palace and the rebuilding of Windsor Castle. He also participated in the founding of King's College London and the National Gallery. And now for the bad news. He was mocked terribly in all these caricatures and all sorts of things by the public, considered selfish, extravagant, and a leader lacking strength. He and his much more popular wife, Caroline of Brunswick, pretty much despised each other and became estranged. They separated shortly after the birth of their only child, Charlotte, who would have been heir to the throne after George IV, but she died during childbirth at the age of 21. So she predeceased both her father, George IV, and her granddaddy, George III. This was Princess Charlotte Augusta of Wales.